Well guys, just as promised, I finally put together a video on the throuple in OG 90 Day Fiancé. Well guys, as promised, here it is finally, my recap on the infamous clout-chasing throuple. This is the OG 90 Day Fiancé. Alright, so we have Matt, Ani, and Amani. I always get their names kind of confused. I want to call Ani Annie, and I want to call Amani. And everyone's calling Matt dumbass. But out of the three of them, Ani I've actually ended up liking the most, and Matt seems to have more intelligence than Amani. I wanted to like Amani, but she seems like a goddamn idiot. We'll get into that after. At first sight, I knew these people would be content. Upon first impression, everyone seemed to agree that their story was all too familiar, reminding us of the Merrifields from Seeking Sister Wives. But the only difference is they have not yet divorced or started their K-1 visa process, so why are they on the original 90 Day? Why are they not on before the 90 days or one of the other spin-offs? Were they that desperate to get these three on for the sex ratings? Because it's cringe. No one wants this. Normals don't want this. Polys and swingers don't want this. Ugh, look, they truly are a real dysfunctional couple. The girlfriend of the husband and wife is already sleeping separately from them on the couch. Why, you might ask? Wasn't this supposed to be a fun trip? They left their kids behind for 2 weeks and made a big freaking deal about it, even though the distance is completely drivable and they could go back and see them if they really needed to. But anyhow, I digress. Amani loves to control the relationship, it seems, and she has main character syndrome. I've noticed a pattern where she likes to separate, talk shit, divide, and conquer.
Did you think it was weird what she said in the car?
Yeah, I mean, there were certain things that made me think.
Either way, this girl's dumb and she loves drama. I wanted to like her because she was self-entitled boss babe, as annoying and cringe as that is. She's pretty, seemed intelligent, provides for her family, came from an oppressive culture, and is bi. But this bitch is too much for me. So they've already had a fight. Multiple fights, I should say, but there was a really ridiculous one. It went down essentially because Ani expressed that she wasn't ready to come out to her family about this throuple relationship yet, and Amani lost her damn shit. She also got upset about something prior, but we'll get into that after. So Amani and Matt, the husband and wife, are deciding to fuck off and go get breakfast by themselves, probably so they can talk shit about Ani and work things out amongst themselves. Ani had slept on the couch, and honestly, I don't blame her after the way Amani treated her the night prior. Fucking pigs in the back. Yup, it was cops. Anyway, so the three of them are on a nice trip in Guadalajara, Mexico, or somewhere near there. But Amani decided to throw a temper tantrum because Ani is not ready to come out to her family about the relationship yet. Amani seems to have a really hard time grasping the fact that this is unconventional.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm leaving, going back to San Diego, and this is that. I can't do that. I don't have the balls to do that. I love you. I want to be with you. I want to make this work. I want things to change.
After throwing a temper tantrum saying you wanted to go home to your kids, calling her a whore, and that you couldn't make her a housewife. Now that they're arguing, Amani feels like she has some power or control over Ani, which is extremely alarming and would freak me out. I'd be gone.
Okay, I don't care. You're going nowhere. So, I'm still talking to you.
This is where I realized that Amani is batshit crazy and controlling.
I thought I'm talking to you. You do not get to walk away from me like that.
Oh my god, that would give me the ick so much. Whether she was just a friend or my girlfriend, I'd be gone. I don't know how Matt deals with it. Allegedly, he's a kept man, and they were on a Netflix show, and they had a dynamic where he's basically the bitch and has no access to the money. But Ani, on the other hand, does not feel like Amani owns her or can be her owner just because she has the money. And she's pushing back on this, and I'm really proud of her for that. She even tells her, you like drama, which is great. I'm glad she called her out.
Like drama. Me no. I like to make a point.
I like to make a point. How old are you? 36. Oh my god, she's my age. Well, you should know better that making a point can make drama. That's such an immature thing to say. This woman is freaking exhausting. I feel so bad for Ani and Matt, but Matt married her. He knows what he's in for. This girl is scared now. She doesn't know if she can trust them now. If she has the money, if she feels like she can give her orders, she doesn't know if she wants to move out to the US with them now, because she can take care of herself. She takes care of her children and her family. She doesn't need this shit. She doesn't need these problems. She has her own problems, and I think we're going to find that out in a later episode, that she might be living a bit of a double life. I'm not too sure what's going on. Matt plays the assignment of dumb husband wonderfully.
Oh my god, that's the best thing you can say.
Classic. It's iconic. Legendary. Oh my god.
It's kind of hard to say how.
Who could have foreseen this coming? The girls are fighting, the man feels stuck in the middle in a fight that he's not interested in, just like if he had only one woman to deal with. Who would have thought that two women would mean more problems and more drama? So the girls go off to have their argument on the side, and this is where Ani reveals that she doesn't really care about Matt. She's in love with Amani more.
Stop the cap.
And I don't know if this is passionate lesbian drama or if this is Ani pandering to Amani to shut her the hell up. I'm really not sure. But either way, Amani, who was super jealous and controlling when she thought it was the other way around,
I don't know what is going on in your head.
suddenly wants to keep things a secret. She does say that Matt's part of the package.
Shut up. I felt more things for you. Well, that's kind of. I was staying with this relation for you. I can explain. Let's not tell him that.
Let's not tell him that,
I will make that hypocrisy hurt.
says the one who wanted there to be rules in the relationship because she got jealous when she wasn't in control or the main character in the throuple. So obviously that night, Ani decided to sleep separately on the couch. She says she needed space. I mean, I don't blame her. I think she feels completely suffocated by Amani. But how did we get here? How did we get to this point? Let's go back and see how all of this dumpster fire of a relationship began. Amani and Matt have a shit ton of kids, and they left them behind in the States to drive down to Mexico to see their girlfriend, Ani.
It seems like somehow they're dressed up for us.
They're here to make this chase fun.
Just me.
Example 1 of their main character symptoms. It's Day of the Dead in Mexico, so everyone's dressed up and they think it's all about them, or all for them. Eventually they do meet up with Ani, and they're all kissing and hugging in the street, and they all have heart balloons together so that they'll stand out like sore thumbs. They're kissing and groping and grabbing Ani's ass together while walking down the street. Complete attention-seeking behavior. Matt's got the smile of a man that's got 3 extra holes to use, and as long as Amani's in complete control, in the middle, in charge of everything, she's happy.
In the end, realized that it was all along all about you.
She really likes getting attention from strangers about their unconventional and unusual relationship, and I find it so strange that she doesn't comprehend that this would be unusual to other people.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
She even tries to force her values or her ideas onto other people.
No.
And you can see that not everybody would be into this. And I don't know if it's blatant ignorance or if she's really that dumb.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
I understand that there's a lot of very conservative Catholics down in the South America and Mexico areas, and if she's all liberal and open and wants to be polyamorous and bi, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But other people, it takes time for them to come out. Sometimes it takes time for them to accept it with themselves or feel comfortable with telling their friends and their families, especially if they have judgmental people around. But no, Amani just can't seem to figure that out.
Oh, yeah. Not this skeleton. Are you that stupid?
She's shocked that other people would be not down for this. But while they prance around grabbing their girlfriend's ass in public and doling out lingerie,
It's very sexualized.
that's right, you heard it. Amani has the dumbass idea that people would think this is sexualized, and it's completely not. Here she is handing out lingerie for her girlfriend and herself.
This is not about sex.
while Matt lays there like a sultan.
Feel like it.
Ani says that this is her first relationship with a woman, being with Amani now. But I think Amani has a lot of insecurities that she's interested in Matt, her husband, more. And they both claim that they have so much to lose, which I don't understand. They don't. They don't have that much to lose. Amani is happier than a pig in shit as long as she's in the middle, the main character of the throuple at all times. Remember when she said to Matt that someone might feel like a third wheel? Well, as long as it's him, it's okay. If it's ever her, we're gonna see some problems, you guys. So anytime that Matt and Ani are bonding without Amani, she has some sort of comment or gets jealous very quickly or has to establish a rule where she needs permission first. Just like in this scene where they were cuddling without her. She's like, I know what your hands were doing. And then Ani reveals that yesterday while Amani was asleep, Matt had sex with her.
For real? Not even close?
Not even close.
He had sex with me.
Oh my god, shocking! She's jealous! Oh no! Dun dun dun! Who didn't see that coming? Or who did see that coming? What do you guys think?
I didn't see that coming, James.
Matt's sitting there smiling like a dumbass, like, yep, that's what I did. I did it.
You didn't even tell me.
Matt explains that Amani started feeling sick, and when he and Ani tried to have sex or initiate sex with Amani, she said no, she didn't want to, and went to sleep, so they went ahead and did it without her. He didn't think he was doing anything wrong because everyone was there, and he thought this was fine. He wasn't breaking any rules. But, I mean, come on, who didn't see this coming? Amani needs to be the main character. She needs to be in the center of all things.
I'm everything. I am the whole universe.
So what do you guys think? Was she jealous that she wasn't having all her stuff focused on? Or do you think she was mad that Matt slept with someone else without her? Or do you think she was mad because she wanted Ani? I really can't tell, but she loves her drama, she loves to get upset, and she loves to make things more explosive and dramatic than they need to be. It's ridiculous. So in this instance, Amani just wanted permission. Apparently, if Matt would have asked, she would have said it was fine, which is dumb.
Stop the cap!
He says he's confused and he doesn't know if it's okay, if it's not okay. And she says all about communication. Do you guys remember that scene earlier when Ani came out about her feelings and Amani said, don't tell Matt about this? She has no problem keeping secrets from Matt. She's such a fucking hypocrite.
As if I was the one hiding something. It just makes me feel like they're ganging up on me.
Well, it was all fun and games when you had 6 holes to play with, but now that it's getting hot in the kitchen, you don't want to fucking cook anymore, hey bud? Matt feels like a victim of the 2 women's minds he has to contend with, and he doesn't want to upset either one of them. But you probably have to consider your wife first, bud.
I'm set up for failure here.
I had sex with Matt behind my back. I felt like I was disrespected. It's complicated.
You should have said something to me. How would I have known how to navigate this? And no rules have been in place. So what you're asking for is for permission.
There was no rules in place? Oh my god, these guys are either amateurs or dumb. Even Ani explains that she had tried. She wanted to touch and play with Amani, but she had said no. So they just moved on with each other, her and Matt. They did not intend to hurt her feelings, but either way, you can tell that when Matt and Ani have any kind of a connection, Amani gets jealous right away. So I don't think she wants a throuple. I think she wants her own girlfriend and Matt to sit and watch.
Sleep at the couch because we need the space.
It's only been a few days and they've already had so many fights and arguments that Ani needs
He
space.
didn't say anything last night. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know how he feels about everything. It's like it feels like a fight between me and her that he doesn't want to get involved in.
He's not interested, babe, because it's a stupid fight that you've concocted and
It
contrived.
really complicates things, and last time I checked, we're in this together. It should be our problem, not just mine.
Translation. Fix this for me, husband. Why won't you fix this for me? I am very upset and you clearly are not bothered. I would like you to be bothered and to fix this.
Last night was very emotional for me. You didn't say anything.
This is getting a little ridiculous.
I'm asking you, do you still want to move forward with this? I know I do, but it's because of how I feel about her, but I want to make sure that you do, because we're doing this as a together.
I don't think anything was answered yesterday.
Boom! Dumbass Matt makes a really good point. That was straight facts right there. There was nothing solved, nothing changed. He says all he sees is lies.
Lies, lies, lies.
And that Ani is just on the fence, and he doesn't know if this is going to be possible. And he points out that it wasn't upfront honesty, and that she wasn't crying because she was upset. She was crying because she got caught. Those weren't tears of pain, they were tears of shame, essentially. That was so deep, according to Amani. You can tell she's dumb because Matt's now officially the smart one. And I'm sorry, but Amani's whining and complaining just gets on my last nerve now. And she's like, her voice just gets on my last nerve at this point. I don't know if TLC's making her a villain on purpose or if she's hamming it up for the cameras, but Kibbles made a good point. How did she think she was going to look? What kind of edit did she think she was going to get? Like in this scene here, she's complaining because Matt's not in love with the other girl.
Are you not in love with her?
If I'm comparing love as what I feel for you, like today, it's definitely can't be that amount of love. I've known you and got to know you for so long now.
Translation: I've been married to you for so long that I'm used to you being a pain in the ass, and your annoying quirks, I've just grown immune to them. They've grown silent to me.
Isn't this the whole point of the whole thing?
No, for me it was about sex. Amani's upset that he's not in love with her, but it was probably never about love and just about sex for him. Let's be real. So Matt and Amani, the married couple, came back from having their breakfast date by themselves, and they were thoughtful enough to bring some back for Ani. Wasn't that nice? Ani's hungry, so she's ready to dig in. And she tells Amani that she doesn't like fighting, she doesn't like drama, and that Amani needs to learn how to relax and not yell.
My fight. It's not our intention to come hard at you last night. All the time is explosion. We need to relax. We need to talk. Slow.
Amani completely blows past this boundary of Ani's with an excuse.
Here, then I would have been relaxed no matter what you said yesterday.
Or justification for her shitty behavior the night prior. That was a horrible way to treat anybody.
You don't have relax. You thinking we can stay together? No. For you, for me. And the kids.
Even though people might judge Ani for being a stripper, she's pretty chill and down to earth, it seems.
If you want to have good life together, you need to calm down.
She's being tremendously patient after the way Amani treated her and called her names and yelled and screamed and faked cried like a fucking baby the night prior. And even now, Amani is just making it all about herself, all about her needs, all about her feelings and her impatience. It's really frustrating. Ani's just saying she needs some time and she will tell her family. And both of them are like, well, how much time though? Like, we're meeting them soon, right? Like, you're gonna tell them when we meet them, right? And Ani is like, this is really hard for me. And, you know, they don't even know her family yet. We haven't even met these people yet. They could be tremendously conservative, Catholic, very judgmental, very closed off and closed-minded to that whole lifestyle. They consider it a sin, okay? They consider it you're worth dying and burning in hell over, okay? It could get her disowned, and these two dweebs are just not able to process that. They want her to get disowned for them. You know, they're making this all about their sacrifice, but she has a lot to sacrifice too. And Amani loves to bring up her kids any opportunity she can as almost like a band-aid or a shield for a situation, or to victimize herself. My children, my children. But Ani has children too, and she's probably afraid of putting all her eggs in this basket if it's going to be with this crazy, controlling, manipulative drama queen of a bitch that would really affect her children and probably traumatize them. But after talking it out, they seem to have worked it all out.
You know what will make me feel better? Like a quickie.
Why does that annoy me so much? Well, we can tell that Amani feels better because she's in the middle again. When she wasn't in the middle, she was super insecure and jealous and overthinking everything. What initially started her insecurities and overthinking was when Ani said the first time she wasn't ready to tell her family.
We feel like we're such a good place after signing up our throuple rule.
What was the rules that your husband has to ask before he sleeps with your girlfriend? That was the rules, right? Because I didn't hear any other rules. You were just jealous that you weren't in the center or the main character. So because Ani was too scared to tell her family that she was dating both a man and a woman, she said she was just dating Matt and that Amani was the friend, and this super pissed off Amani.
My brother, he thinking you are my friend. Matt is my boyfriend. What do you mean?
So he doesn't know about Amani?
So because Amani is out and proud, she takes this as an insult that she's a secret.
It's not easy, honey.
That's gonna be awkward, isn't it?
I'm coming all the way to Guadalajara. You hear this?
Oh my god, she just can't be patient and chill about anything.
Honestly, I'm still trying to process what she just said.
Or should I slow down, you pink twerp?
I'm not surprised that you're still trying to process it, because you seem like a fucking idiot. Not everybody in this world can be out and proud. Weren't you in an oppressive country before?
I had to hide who I am in my culture, and I promised myself I will never do that again.
She makes everything all about herself, so she feels super triggered that the woman she loves is hiding her.
And to see your loved one hide you, it's just like so triggering for me.
So this starts the overthinking shit drama train wreck with Amani and Ani. And oh my god, it goes downhill from here.
Family don't talk anymore with me. My family is my whole life.
Ani tries to explain to Amani, like she's an 8-year-old, that not all people understand, not all people are accepting. Amani explains that, all parties are making a lot of sacrifices here, referring to herself and Matt, but they don't have family members judging them, or maybe they do and they don't care, but Ani seems to really value her relationships with her family. So Amani doesn't know if they're even going to bother starting the wedding because they wanted to get the family's blessing, and now they don't even know where things are going at this point. That's why it's kind of a dumb idea for them to divorce for her. It's a totally stupid idea. But anyway, moving along. Even the cab driver understands that this is going to be like a big deal once they revealed the whole situation to him.
Her family, but my family.
See, even this guy's shocked. He's doing a double take. Like, what? You're dating both of them?
Wait, so your family's Mexican?
Yeah, I'm Mexican.
And you're gonna show up with your boyfriend and his wife? Okay.
No.
See, this guy knows their reactions. He's a realist. And then there's a Minnie in the back. Like, what?
He understands me.
So this puts a Minnie in a sour mood, and it doesn't take long for her to end up starting a fight later.
Then we're stronger, closer together. But being in a throuple, there's always that equal feeling that you're chasing.
Equal? What are you talking about equal? We know, girl. We know, we see you. Anytime it wasn't equal, you were glaring with jealousy.
Thank you, baby.
Like I said before, do you think she's jealous that her husband is bonding with another woman?
Going more in favor of Matt. Like, he's the person who she kissed first when we met at the day of the day.
Or do you think she's jealous that it's not her and Annie with Matt watching? Or do you think she wants to be in the center?
The person she has sex with for the first time alone one-on-one while I was not part of that.
Because you said no and wanted to sleep. I mean, I know that sucks. I would have been pissed too, but...
He's the person who she tells her family about. He's the boyfriend, and I'm the friend.
Because that's the most simple and conventional answer. But here she is glaring and jealous, and you can just see tension simmering below.
Jesus, good.
Amani's putting out super awkward vibes, so Ani point blank asks her if something's wrong, if she wants to talk about it.
Sure. What are you thinking?
So Amani gets into the fact that she's pissed off about the conversation that they had in the car, and the family topic gets brought up once again.
Quiet in the car. Yeah, just thinking.
For the last time we were in the car, it was not quiet. There was so much information thrown at me.
Man, girl, you got a slow brain if it takes you this long to process such little information. It's not that deep.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I think you have some things you don't tell with me and say.
Straight to the point. I really like this about her. She's calm and patient, but straightforward. And she basically says to Amani, like, what's your problem? Tell me. And Amani gets to the point as well. She says that she's really hurt by the fact that she has not come out to her family and her friends and all her people about the fact that she's in a relationship with her and her husband. She wants her to be out and proud, and she wants everyone to know that she's taken by them. And this is too much, too fast. It's too much pressure for Ani. It's not what she was ready for. So she has no plans of doing that immediately, and Amani flips out. Ani feels really bad, but it doesn't help the fact that Amani gets up and screams a bunch of insults, calling her a whore, and basically treating her like she's her property just because she has the money and she thinks she wears the pants in this situation. Ani feels completely pressured and stressed out, and she needs time to do things when she's ready, but Amani just can't accept that. She just can't. It has to be on her term. Ani tries to explain that she does love Amani and that she just needs to give her time. And you guys, this is why I don't have long-term relationships with women. I'm Matt, sitting there exhausted. I don't have the energy to fight like this. Even with friends, I'd walk.
Bye, bitch.
People you are in a relationship with us. That should be a yes or a no, and it shouldn't take this long for you to answer. Are you not telling people you're in a serious relationship? No.
So with this bit of information, Amani's BS overload processor crashes out.
I want to go back home. I want to go back to my children. This is ridiculous. Like, you can't turn a little housewife. That's what's going on.
Ani is a more patient, calmer human being than I am, because I would be packing my bags and walking away after that. That's just too much for me, especially at the age they are at.
Bye, have a great time.
Amani is fucking ridiculous, fake crying in the corner, I guess to get attention or maybe to try and boost ratings, but I'm not buying it. Bruh.
We're just a fucker. I don't know it.
Oh my god, she's so annoying. You can look at this. You can see Ani checks her watch. She checks the time. How long before I can dip? When can I get the fuck out of here? Okay, yeah, see? Check it out in slow motion. She checks the time. I'm pretty sure she's checking the time. And then she's like, fuck. God damn it. Then she rolls her eyes and she's like, I guess I'll go deal with this stupid bitch. God damn it. So irritating. I don't have the energy for this. Fuck's sakes.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in.
And then she gets up and she goes to basically try to patch things up with Amani and Matt. But mostly Amani. This scene annoyed me so much because she's standing there whining and bawling like she just found a dead baby. I'm sorry for the graphic nature of my commentary. And then you look, no smudged makeup whatsoever. Not even any smudged mascara, no smudged eyeliner or eyeshadow, nothing. I'm not buying it. She wasn't fucking crying. This was all attention-seeking behavior. So even though both Matt and Ani are trying to comfort and appease Amani, it's not good enough. She needs the world to know that she's taken, and because Ani is putting her foot down on this and setting a boundary.
I understand, but you're not telling the world that you're taking period, and I have a problem with that. Are you ready to be in a serious relationship? Why don't you tell the world you are in a serious relationship at least? Can we make that progress?
So Amani's being super pushy, and Ani does not like this. She doesn't like her reaction at all. She feels bad, and she feels scared and sad. She doesn't know if she can trust Amani now because she doesn't understand her, and she doesn't understand her reasonings. She's not respecting her boundaries, and I mean, she's way too emotional. She didn't say that, but that's my analysis. Ani seems chill. And because Amani is out and proud, she expects Ani to be.
She's open with all. She wants all people is open with her. I protect myself.
So, I mean, needless to say, after all these dramatic arguments and explosions and blow-ups, the honeymoon phase is already over amongst the three of these people, and Matt's having his doubts on this. It's not worth the trouble that it's turning out to be. But yeah, it was all fun and games when it was just rolling around in the bed. Hey guys, as soon as real life actually happens, there are stressors, triggers, jealousies, a hierarchy, rules, all these dynamics that amateurs can't just flop themselves into. Which is probably why TLC had to put this on. They were desperate to get this out. I think Ani is literally just chill and just going with the flow and seeing how this works itself out. And Amani has super high expectations, but I don't think she fully knows what she wants. But she does have main character syndrome, and she is controlling. She wants to be in charge. She wants to be in the center of attention, the focus of the relationship or the throuple. It's too much. Amani can't stop thinking about all of the problems, and yeah, she doesn't want to come off as too pushy, but too late, girl. You came off way too pushy and needy and greedy too.
Are we allowed to invite a fourth every now and then?
Can you believe this chick? She's having all these problems and drama with her husband and Ani, and now she wants to add a fourth?
I've been texting Ray.
Like her ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
So because she's addicted to drama, she couldn't help herself. She dug into Ani's past, and it turns out that Ani hasn't been 100% truthful.
Annie, you know, it's Brenda.
Her name is Brenda. She's a completely different person. Hi, Brenda.
Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. That's all for now. Please keep your eyes out. There will be more. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to do the things. If you're not subscribed already, please consider doing so. I would really appreciate it. It is free after all. Find me on some other socials if you'd like to. Don't forget to hit the like button, smash that bell if you never want to miss a premiere. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good day and enjoy the next Trash Reality Recap.
Bye, have a great time.